Hello, I am Ruby and welcome to another coaching video. After doing the tutorial about how to attack, today we are going to talk about how to defend in any touchdown map. Like in the previous video, the idea is that all these tips are useful in any touchdown map, and then in the future I will make videos for each specific map. I think it's an interesting video for new players, because when I see new players I feel like they learn how to do a basic attack faster than how to defend, and also because personally I think I am better defending than attacking. So we are gonna start with a very basic mechanic that I already explained in the touchdown video, resetting the ball. As you already know, ball carrier cannot drop the ball or pass it to a teammate. If you have the ball, the only way to drop it is when you die or if you reset the ball. To reset it, you have to touch a death zone, for example, falling into lava or crossing a laser, including your own team lasers. These lasers do not kill you, but they reset the ball, and that's the point. Usually, there are allies lasers close to your own goal, where the enemies has to go to touchdown, and this means if you kill the enemy ball carrier when he's trying to touchdown and you take the ball, a very good thing you can do is going to touch a laser. This way you reset the ball to the center, and you do this to prevent the enemies killing you fast before you could advance very far with the ball, and then the enemies retake the ball again and they will have a high chance of finishing their touchdown because the ball is already close to your goal. If you reset the ball, even if they insta-kill you after doing it, they will have to come back to the center to take the ball and start a new attack in the case they take the ball, because probably it's your team the one that take it. But even if they take it again, you made a lot of time, and in this time all your teammates that were dead are gonna respawn, and even yourself, and you will be ready to stop their next attack. I know there are probably specific situations that probably is better not to reset, but I can tell you that 90% of the time it's actually the best option. And if you are a new player without much experience, don't overthink, just reset the ball. If you realize when you take the ball that all the enemy attackers are dead, so there is no any enemy around you, what you can do is wait close to a laser to a teammate that goes to the center first, and then when he's at the center, reset. This is a safer reset. First, because there's probably an enemy at the center waiting for you to reset, and if you wait your teammate to go to the center first, the enemy will not be able to start an easy attack, because he will have to start a battle with your teammate first. Also, because you were already close to a laser, if an enemy gets close to you to try to kill you, you can just reset, even if your teammate is not at the center. And also, you can bite exactly this situation, because if an enemy gets close to you and then you reset and a teammate get the ball at the center, that enemy will not be ready to defend the attack your teammate just started. Is one defender less in the other team. Moving to another topic, you may have wondered at some point, who do you have to kill first when the enemy team is attacking with the ball? Probably you think that focusing on the ball carrier it's always the best idea, but this is not actually true. You have to remember one very important thing, which is that the ball carrier loses stamina with the time, which means there will be a moment that he will run out of stamina, not being able to run or making wall jump, reducing his mobility. So this means there are some situations before the ball carrier is very close to your goal that it's actually better to kill first the other attackers, because the ball carrier moves very slow, and if you kill him there will be another attacker that will take the ball probably full stamina, and he will be very fast and harder to stop, so he will have higher chance to finish a touchdown than the previous ball carrier if you didn't kill him, because he will go very slow since he doesn't have stamina. Obviously, even if the ball carrier doesn't have stamina, if he's already very close to the goal, you have to focus on him, of course. Be careful, because probably the ball carrier is letting you kill him on purpose, so he passed the ball to a teammate, like I explained in the attack tutorials. Be careful to fall into this trap. If you realize he's letting you kill him, he will most likely have a teammate at his side, ready to take the ball when you kill him. He is the really dangerous enemy, the one with higher chance to finish the touchdown than the original ball carrier. What you can do if you realize they are trying to pass the ball is also killing the ball carrier with melee or at least close range, so you are ready to take the ball after he dies, before than the other enemy that was gonna receive the pass. The best attacks you can do when you are defending are the attacks that push the enemies back, With this, you make a lot of time. You make the ball carrier has to advance the distance you push back again, and in that time he will be losing stamina, so he will be slower. You will also make time to your team to spawn if they're dead or reposition to a better place to help you. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but making time is very important when you are defending. Time is stamina that the ball carrier is losing. Time is teammates coming to help you with the defense. So a lot of times it's better to focus on making time, pushing the enemy backwards, than just focusing on killing him fast. Maybe you think, but Ruby, it doesn't make sense that you say that you are making time to your teammates to respawn, because the enemies will also respawn. And yeah, that's true. But if the enemies are attacking and your team is defending, the team fight is going to be closer to your base, which means when your teammates respawn, they will be ready to defend in just a few seconds. And the other team will have to cross all the map to help their attack. You can push enemy backwards with melee attacks and also with Resolver. Resolver is less effective because, for example, if the enemy is running, you will push him backwards a little bit, but he will keep running. And with a melee attack like the Heavy Slash, you will actually push him more backwards, losing control of his movement. So it will be easier for you or for your teammates to hit that enemy again or push him backwards again, making more time. So, in my opinion, the best attacks for defending are the Heavy Slash of the sword, the Durandal, and the normal attack, people call it swing, I think, of the bat, the Cyclone, since both of them push the enemy backwards. So, for example, if there's a teamfight that ends in a 1v1 situation between you and an enemy attacker with the ball, and let's say both of you are full HP, probably if you try to kill him with any weapon, shooting him or attacking him with any attack, he may be dodged or he just ran to the touchdown before you can deal him enough damage to kill him. But if you push him backwards, you will make time for your teammates to respawn and come back to help you. This is what I mean when I say that sometimes it's better to focus on making time than in killing the enemy as fast as you can, because probably that way is not even fast enough and then they will touchdown. When the enemy ball carrier is already very close to your goal, so he's about to touchdown, one of the best things you can do is trying to body block the ball carrier. Like I said in the video about how to attack, usually an attack ends with a forward attack like the dash attack of the Durandal or the beep of the Scorpio, which are forward attacks that are faster than walking, because normally the ball carrier in that moment is already out of stamina, and making that kind of attacks are faster than just walking. So if you position between the ball carrier and the goal, you will stop his forward movement, body blocking the attack, so the ball carrier will not reach the goal. Yes, you will probably die, but you will stop the touchdown, and after body blocking, the ball carrier will be very vulnerable to your teammates' attack like resolvers or melee attacks, or even your own attacks in the case you didn't die. It feels a little bit like if you were Snorlax in the Road 12 of Pokemon Red. You are in the middle without letting anyone pass. Also, you can body block at the same time that you are trying to push the enemy backwards, since body blocking is just being in the middle, so you will still be able to attack the enemy at the same time. So when they are close to the goal, you can just spam attacks that push backwards at the same time that you are body blocking in the middle. This is not only for melee players. In my case, for example, I'm a player that is not normally playing melee. I am normally shooting, but I still in the middle of the way. So even if I am shooting, I still stopping their attacks, body blocking the ball carrier. Also, if the defender that is body blocking doesn't die and the ball carrier dies, that defender is gonna be very close to the ball, so he can take it and then reset or whatever, which is always better than letting another attacker take the ball and probably touchdown because he's already very close to the goal. An example of what happened when none of you try to body block the enemy is that if all the defenders are just shooting the ball carrier, you will probably destroy him and kill him fast, but because there's no one close body blocking or trying to push him backwards, probably another attacker take the ball and it's gonna be impossible to stop him from touchdown, like in the example you see on screen. That's also why it's important to be there body blocking and pushing the ball carrier backwards. In that same situation, we could push the first or the second ball carrier backwards, or at least body block the second one, and even if we were there, we could take the ball before the second ball carrier. And this also includes snipers. If you look at my snipers gameplays, whenever I see the enemy attackers are close to our goal, I change to another weapon. Do I change because a sniper is bad close range Well, not exactly. Of course, that's a reason, but anyway, it's not hard to hit the ball carrier since he probably doesn't have stamina and he moves very slow. The real reason is I stop focusing on killing him and focus on body blocking and push him backwards. And that's not something you can do with a sniper. And if I continue using the sniper, maybe I can snipe and kill the ball carrier. But because I am not close, another attacker will take the ball and he will touch down easily. So Ruby, does that mean it's always better to play with melee? Not really. Like I said in the attack video, the best thing is having a balanced team. In my opinion, it's bad that all of your team goes melee, and also it's bad that no one of you goes melee and everyone is shooting. The best thing is 1 or 2 players trying to push ball carrier backwards and body blocks with melee at the same time that others are shooting. So like I said in the attack tutorial, the best thing you can do is, if you see no one in your team is trying to body block, then you should be that one. And if you see all of your team is body blocking and attacking with melee weapons, then you can be the one shooting. Everything depends of the situation. There's nothing I can say this is the best in every situation. It doesn't work like that. Now I want to talk about a situation that I see that happens sometimes when your team wants to focus on defense, probably because you are already winning by a lot, or probably because the enemies are destroying you with touchdowns every 30 seconds, so you want to play more defensive. Sometimes what I see when this happens is that everyone in the team plays in their base, waiting for the enemy team to attack, waiting to the enemy attack. But to be honest, this is not very worth it. I don't know too much about soccer, but did you ever see a soccer team playing with everyone inside the area around the goal? It doesn't make sense. If you all stay at the back, the enemies will take the ball and get close to your base very easily without any problem, and then when all of them are close, good luck to stop them. It's gonna be almost impossible, because the ball carrier will probably be full HP and the other attackers full HP and full stamina too. So it's gonna be almost impossible. Even if you kill the ball carrier, there will be more attackers full HP and full stamina probably, taking the ball and finishing the touchdown, since you didn't attack them before because you are all at the back. So even if your team wants to play defensive, at least one has to go to the ball at the center at the start of the rounds. If you take the ball, even if all the enemies destroys you and insta-kill you, they will not get the stamina boost you get when you are the first one who takes the ball at the center, which means he will have less stamina, and you will also gain distance, so they will start their attack from farther away. More time for your team to defend, and also for you to respawn, and also you will make some damage, so they will not be everyone full HP. And probably you think, but there's an enemy that is always faster than me, so I never get the first ball. But anyway, fight for that ball, because even if you never take it, if you don't let that enemy to take the ball easily and run easily at the beginning, for example, pushing him backwards with melee attacks, so he also have to focus on dodging you or attacking you, that's more time for your team to defend, like shooting at the back or whatever. And as I said, even if you die in a fight at the center, normally you respawn faster than the enemy attack reach your goal, so you will be ready to continue the defense. So even if your team is playing defensive, at least one go to fight the first ball at the center. Playing everyone at the back, it's gonna be a game that the enemy team is just rushing you non-stop. For example, in my case, I'm not a player that normally goes to the center to be the first ball carrier, but when I see that no one in my team want to go to the center to fight the first ball, and also probably the other team already touchdown at least once very fast at the beginning of the round, you can see how on my streams or gameplays even I say that no one is going to fight the first ball, so I do it myself. For the end, I would like to say 2 more things. First is that I didn't talk about breaking the bridge or the pipe, and that's because that's for a specific map. Yeah, right now there's only 2 maps, and in both of them you can destroy the main path, but probably there's a map that there's nothing to destroy, so I will talk about it in the video for each specific map. And the second is that all these tips that I explain in the attack video or in this one about defend are for players that want to learn how to do it better objectively. But of course, if you want to play just, for example, with sniper and you only want to play a sniper, or if you are a melee player that only wants to play melee, that's completely okay. You are not forced to do what I'm saying. No one is going to blame you for not doing what is the best. I'm just trying to teach new players to understand better the game and how you can play better, but no one is going to blame you for playing however you want to play. This is a very cool community and there's no one toxic telling you what you should play, but even if anyone tells you how to play, it doesn't matter. Play however you want, of course. So you already know how to defend in any touchdown map in coaching. Both attack video and this one are very general. general. I did not talk about the best position to defend is this one or on top of this or whatever, because that's specific for each map, and I will talk about it on future videos about the specific maps. I am not sure if those videos are gonna be the next ones, but I will do them, that's for sure. Like in every video, I would like you to type in the game chat the next time that you find me in a lobby, this time the word manzana, which is apple in Spanish. Every time someone types these words on the game chat, it makes me very happy, and you give me a free smile. I'm wondering how many words do you remember right now? So I hope you liked this video, drop a like if you did, comment your opinion below, and subscribe for more coaching videos. Hope to see you in the next video or in a coaching lobby soon.